There we go. I think we're back. Sorry about that. OBS broke. Yeah. I'm not sure if you saw my messages before I restarted OBS. I don't know why it dropped and then it said it was trying to reconnect and then it said it failed to reconnect, but then as soon as I just restarted it, it reconnected immediately. So whatever. Um, okay, so we want to do the most damage as we can through his mode shift, so we can do 5 with the headbutt strike. So I'll do that. Um, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, have a good time with your HVAC fixing and stuff. Yeah, and then I'm not going to play any of these other cards because I don't want to exhaust, shrug it off, and I don't want to draw a card I can't play. Okay. He's gonna hit us if we clothesline him, but I think it's, it's worth it just to get the damage in. Just costs a couple of health. Here's that turn I was worried about, where I have Carnage, but he's attacking for 16. He's low enough now that I think we can pretty comfortably just... well, actually, so we're definitely gonna defend. Carnage does 28 damage and only costs 4 health, so I guess I'll just do it anyway, because I don't have other defense to spend the mana on. Alright, but we're finally definitely winning the Act 1 boss fight. PogChamp. Welcome to Act 2. Alright, Juggernaut is a total build around, and we have Metallicize and like True Grit and Shrug It Off, so that seems like something that could be our Act 2 plan. Exhume is also good sometimes, and Bludgeon is good with some really extreme conditions, like the book. But most of the time you don't see the book, and even if you do see the book, there's 3 books. You can get the wrong one. So I'm going to take Juggernaut and be pretty excited about it. I'm going to try to kill people with that. Okay, Velvet Choker, a little bit of anti-synergy right away with Juggernaut, because if you're playing Juggernaut, you want to be playing, 10 cards a turn that gain you armor, because that's sort of your main source of damage, usually. Coffee Dripper is way worse, though, and I basically never choose Runic Dome. Actually, if you're going to pick Runic Dome, I think Runic Dome is pretty good with a Juggernaut deck, specifically. Because with Juggernaut, you just want to block for as much as you can every turn anyway. So maybe you just don't care about the enemy intents. So I think this is going to be a Runic Dome run. Coffee Dripper is the worst of the 3. They're all energy relics, so we're comparing them on pretty equal terms, and we definitely need to pick one of them, because we have like Shrug It Off and stuff. Like, we need to be playing lots of Juggernaut and then lots of things. So we need to pick one of them. We're not picking Coffee Dripper because it's the worst. Velvet Choker is generally one of the best, and Runic Dome is generally one of the worst, but if we are all in on the Juggernaut strategy, which I think we are, then I think Juggernaut is reasonable here. Or Runic Dome is reasonable, so I think I'm going to do Runic Dome. Alright, we're back up to a nice high health total. We're looking for a path that has probably 2 elites, maybe 3. Looks like there's no... oh, there is a 3 elite path. We could do this guy, that one, and then this one. Or this one is even better. We probably want to hit a shop. So there's 2 shops here and here. If we want to get a fire before the elite, we have to skip this elite, though. Which I think I'm fine with, because I don't really need 3 Act 2 elites. I really just need lots of card rewards with the Juggernaut deck. We need to see lots of Shrug It Offs, basically. So let's go this way, and try to get some cards. All right. This guy has a strict schedule, so he is not attacking on turn 1. We know that for sure. I think that the way Champion Belt works is Clothesline would only remove 1 artifact charge. So I'm not going to consider that over Carnage. I'm going to go ahead and metallicize Carnage here. And we have 4 energy now because this is Act 2. Alright, now he's attacking for 11. So we're going to defend and True Grit. Alright, and now he's attacking for 22. So we're going to Juggernaut Shrug it off. And then the best draw is defend. Is that what we're doing? We're frail, so we could headbutt Carnage and then shrug it off to go get Carnage and then play Carnage, which does 9 plus 28 is 37 damage, so that's not enough. Yeah, so let's go ahead and develop Juggernaut and shrug it off and see what we get. Okay. Headbutt will develop Carnage for next turn. He's not attacking next turn. He's going back into armor. So. We'll go ahead and Carnage double strike, I think is better. Because Bash only does 8 damage and these do 12. Oh, that's lethal. Great. Okay. Second copy of Metallicize is good. It's not as good as the first one because the way I wish it worked, at least for this interaction specifically, is that you get 2 instances of the Metallicize buff, but the way it actually works is they stack. So you get end of turn block of 7, so it only procs Juggernaut once. So we're going to take a Shrug It Off because that's the core of the deck now. And go to a shop. Okay, so we have a courier and a bunch of gold from Ceramic Fish. Self-forming clay does work the way you want it to work with Juggernaut. So self-forming clay is pretty much insane with Juggernaut. So we definitely want to pick that. And then we might want to Dolly's Mirror. We're just going to pick that because it's so good. Self-forming clay is bonkers with Juggernaut. And then we could Dolly's Mirror and get a second copy of Juggernaut. I would prefer to have upgraded Juggernaut first. But if we're building around Juggernaut, I think a second copy of Juggernaut is about the best thing we're going to find. Iron Wave is also pretty good. Card remove's good. Sometimes this kind of deck becomes a Corruption Dark Embrace kind of deck, but I don't think I want to build around that quite yet. So I think Dolly's Mirror for Juggernaut is going to be good. Oops. What the fuck did I just do? Oh shit. I'm going to restart, which you can do at shops, because I just accidentally clicked on something. I don't even know what I got. Okay, so it was Self-Forming Clay and Dolly's Mirror, and this time we're not going to accidentally click on a Defend. We're going to hit that Juggernaut like we meant to. Okay. So now we should have 2 Juggernauts. Yep. Alright. We don't have basically any gold, so there's like no cost to turning this fight down. However, this is a regular fight and you do get card rewards and stuff, and you also get a red mask, which is could be worth gold later and is always worth artifact charges. And like weakens people at the beginning of fights, so saves you health. I almost never skip the red mask, but 13 is so low, and we will take damage in the fight. It's kind of a hard fight, because Bear, we're not going to be able to kill Bear before he hits us, and having minus 4 dex, isn't it, on Ascension 20? We do have a lot of health, and we are planning on going to a fire before the elite, so I think we probably take it, but this is probably, like, the closest I've been to skipping this fight for a while. Alright, and we did get Carnage on turn 1, so we're pretty close to being able to fight Bear. This is another one of those fights where the first turn is 100% predictable. So we're going to shrug it off first. If we get Juggernaut, I think we don't play it. So that we can Carnage. Let's see, how much damage do you take turn 1 in this fight? Like 20 or something? I guess I'll look it up really quick. Runic Dome. kind of silly. Enemies, and these are... I guess are these elites? They don't call these elites, so... Maybe this... I guess this is an event, huh? Let's see. Bandits. That's this one. Okay. So, all right. What I'm worried about is what Pointy and Romeo are doing. So, huh. Pointy always attacks for 5 times 2 damage. He doesn't have a pattern. He just always attacks. So you take 10 damage in the first turn. So I've already blocked out. Sorry, I muted myself to cough and then apparently forgot to unmute myself. So we are taking some damage this turn, so probably we want to develop the other Juggernaut and then double block. Oh, we're only blocking for 1. And we already have 4 block, and we're getting 4 more at the end of the turn, so I think we'll Juggernaut, and then Bash, because Bash makes him weak. Alright, let's headbutt to finish off Pointy. And then we can win the fight. Alright, we definitely took quite a bit of damage. I don't think we want any of these. None of them say block or anything on them, so. Alright, more bandits. Juggernaut Metallicized Cleave is a pretty clear play this turn. Yeah. Self-forming play is only triggering Juggernaut once. I'm not sure if I'm misremembering or if they changed it, but it is not how I expected it to be. Let's go ahead and Juggernaut Shrug it off. And then I think we're going to defend, and we're going to let Carnage exhaust for the first time in the fight, in the run. We probably want to double defend Clothesline. Or actually Bash, because it does the same thing as Clothesline. Let's see where the Juggernaut procs land before we decide who we're bashing. So if we bash, then we're guaranteed to kill one of them at the end of the turn when we get the Metallicized armor. Okay. Looks like we've, oh, we're not getting Metallicized armor because he's running away. Or wait, what? Why didn't... Oh, the Metallicized killed him. Yeah, okay. So this kills him. So let's do that. Armaments is a card that says block on it. We are kind of in need of some upgrades. We've got no upgrades on any strikes or defends, and no upgrades on either of our Juggernauts. Although I think if we had Juggernaut and armaments in hand, we would probably play Juggernaut first. So we'd still miss out on that damage. But Shrug It Off upgrade is good, and the True Grit upgrade is good. So I think we're going to take armaments. We've been resting a lot, so it makes sense to take mini Apotheosis. We're done with the easy hallway fights, so we will take a question mark instead of a hard one. Oh look, now we can upgrade all strikes and defense. Well, that's way better than removing a card, so... super powerful upgrade. So we want to smith the juggernauts at some point, but I don't think we can afford to do that right now. I think right now we need to rest. Again. Okay. We could transform to strikes, but they are strike pluses now, so they're less good than they once were, or they're less bad than they once were. We could transform the clothesline, and the cleave. I think clothesline, cleave are probably the worst two cards now. The strength does not do much for me because we're trying to kill people with juggernauts, so I think we are taking the transform. It's just a question of which two cards to transform. Okay, I think we're going to do clothesline and strike. Cleave is still better than a strike plus, so clothesline, strike. And we got a whirlwind and a berserk. Not super excited about the berserk. Although if we can find like orange pellets, maybe berserk is good. We do have a lot of powers. Probably never playing berserk, but whirlwind is pretty good. Are we taking the elite? I think yes. So the plan is to do this elite, then this hallway fight, and then this fire. But wait, but then we're locked in on this shop, and we don't need a shop. I don't remember what the plan is for this act, but it doesn't seem like it's a very good plan. Because I hit this early shop, and then now I'm like locked into hitting a later shop if I want a second or third elite. Or wait, this is my first elite for the fight. If I want any elites, I have to take... or that's not true. I could take this elite and then go that way. But that seems like just a waste. Alright, so I guess if we want to get the most money, we should take elite fights, because you do get more money from them. So do elite fight, hallway fight, and then shop. Slavers is a tough fight, but it's also pretty predictable. They hit you for like 20-something on turn 1, so... Let's go ahead and use a colorless potion. We don't have any debuffs in hand, so I'm not excited about sadistic nature. And we don't really need people to be vulnerable, so I think we're going to set up the bomb. And then metallicize is good, and cleave, because this is a big AoE fight. We could take another colorless potion here. We haven't blocked out yet. I think I'll save the other colorless potion for next turn when I have energy to play it. Okay, so we found Juggernauts. Let's play the colorless potion. So we can find something that does block. Dark Shackles is pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll take that. So we're gonna Juggernaut, and then Armaments, and upgrade Headbutt. And then we'll Dark Shackles the back guy, and Headbutt this Slaver, and get back the... I guess the Cleave does the most damage. Let's see, what's in our... why can't you click this button? So is he a Cleave, Defend, or Armaments? I think I'll take a Defend plus. Alright, we're just playing all the cards in our hand, so we have 5 damage return. Okay, so now that it's hit him, we should kill him, and then hit somebody else. Alright, the bomb. Almost forgot. Okay, Juggernaut Shrug It Off is lethal, so I'll take that. Girya is almost completely useless. Disarm is great. This could be a corruption deck, but I would need at least like an Iron Wave to make that a good decision, because otherwise I would just get rid of everything in my deck, And I'd have only attacks and juggernauts, so it doesn't seem good. So we're gonna take disarm. Gremlin Horde's pretty good. I think it's probably better than Key. Alright, this is kind of a hard fight. They hit you for, like... we don't know if the fungi beast is attacking. Coconut, come here. Come here. Oh, I'm gonna go open up a sunspot for my cat. That's what she wants. Figured it out. Let's shrug it off first and see if we can draw a Juggernaut. We can't. So we have to exhaust something. I guess let's armaments and upgrade True Grit, and then just exhaust Ascender's Bane, because defend pluses are pretty good. This deck doesn't do a ton, but it does block a lot, so that's pretty good. If you're gonna do one thing, blocking is a good place to start. Alright, got both Juggernauts now. We're not gonna cleave because that kills the Fungi Beast. We don't want to kill the Fungi Beast. I guess, we don't know if we want to kill the Fungi Beast. So, cleaving does take off a plated armor, and maybe prevents damage. And it does give us an energy, so I guess I'll do it. And we'll use the energy to disarm. Okay, we're definitely not... Oh, we are already vulnerable, so Berserk doesn't make us more vulnerable. But I think Metallicize and Defend are clearly getting played. And then it's either Whirlwind or Carnage, or both, I guess. Carnage just does more damage. I don't see any reason to play Berserk here. Alright, let's play True Grit and get rid of a Strike. And then get him. Feel No Pain is pretty good with Juggernaut. We don't have a ton of ways to exhaust stuff, but in the future we can take a Corruption, and then we have Corruption, Feel No Pain, Juggernaut, and that's like quite a deck. So we're going to take that for sure. I think I'm going to take the Fire first so that I can rest. Act 2 elites do quite a bit of damage, so let's do that. I think we've rested at almost every campsite, unfortunately. Well, we got 2 Juggernauts on turn 1. We don't know if he is attacking, which is why Runic Dome is bad. So I think we're going to do 1 Juggernaut, a Defend, and a Metallicize to sort of split the difference. Oh my god, they both missed. I didn't hit either of the Gremlins at all. Alright, so I can kill one of the Gremlins now. The most efficient way to do damage is get a Juggernaut proc on him. So let's try to get a Juggernaut proc on the sneaky one. We missed. Okay, so let's kill the sneaky one. And then I'm going to punch the Gremlin Wizard. I think I'm blocking out currently. Yeah, they're not even attacking. Okay, great. So we can... so he is attacking now, so I need to kill him. So let's kill him with Cleave Headbutt, and then develop Feel No Pain. I'll put the Juggernaut back, because then I immediately draw it, which is nice. Alright, we definitely want to disarm on Gremlin Leader, so that's nice. And then let's see what we're drawing with this. I don't care about any of these cards, so I'm happy to True Grit one of them. And then I guess I'll take 5 extra damage, sure. We can Whirlwind for 4 right now, which is 20 damage, which is not lethal, so I'm not going to do it because he might kill me. So we're going to maximize our block. But I do want to kill the sneaky gremlin. So I will Whirlwind, well, I guess I will, I could strike the shield gremlin and then Whirlwind for 1 to kill everything. Oh wait, that doesn't kill everything. He would be left at 3. So I think I'm going to defend and then Whirlwind for 1. And then I guess strike, because I forgot more things are happening. Okay, should have enough damage this turn. Let's go ahead and armaments to upgrade Headbutt. And then do some Headbutt damage. This doesn't matter. Defend is lethal. Really late Toxic Egg, but maybe we can pick up something. We don't want any of these. Burning Pact actually does combo with, what's it called? Feel No Pain. I'm not sure if I really need to draw 3 cards, but I currently have 0 draw, so it's not too bad. Plus I can get rid of that Berserk eventually. Okay, sure. Burning Pact Plus is quite a card, so. Alright, so all the cards that say Exhaust on them are now better than I'm used to them being. And all the skills are upgraded, so like Secret Technique Plus is only 170 because of Courier. Which is absolutely nuts. Whenever we break an enemy's block, apply 2 vulnerable, which also works with Champion Belt, so we can apply vulnerable and weak whenever we break block. Although you don't really break block that often. Let's see, who's the boss? He does have armor, so you do actually get to break his block. Let's see, card remove is really good, or actually it's less good because all of our strikes are upgraded. What do we want in this boss fight? I think we want Corruption now that we have Feel No Pain. We're looking for Corruption. We could try and get Corruption at Power Potion. Or we could do Iron Wave, which is a block card, kinda. Warcry helps us cycle through the deck and find Juggernauts. And since it exhausts, it also procs Juggernaut later. Strawberry is always a solid pickup. So how about just like Warcry and Strawberry? It seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, Warcry also helps put Carnage back on top if I'm not going to be able to play Carnage. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about Courier stuff. So we could Iron Wave and try and find another card. But I think Iron Wave, honestly, is not very good in the deck, so. Like, it says block on it, but that's about all it does. So I'll take a Strawberry instead. Okay. Yeah, that's it for this shop. Alright, this fight is very unpredictable. They can both attack on turn 1, they can neither attack on turn 1. The only thing that you can really predict is that as soon as you do 40 damage spread across them, she's going to heal. And she can't heal 3 times in a row, but she can't heal twice in a row. So let's shrug it off first, see if we can fight a Juggernaut. We can't. So let's defend and Yeah, I thought about the potion. I don't think it's probably necessary. I want to save it for the boss, which is probably the next fight. None of these cards are super good, so I'm gonna headbutt the Shrug back, and then True Grit. All right. Let's see. Should we Burning Pact to try and find? Yeah, let's Burning Pact to the Strike, and try and find Juggernaut. We did not find Juggernaut. Okay. So now let's. I'm actually not gonna Shrug it off because now if I draw Juggernaut, it's like not that good. I would have to end my turn playing Juggernaut, which is dicey because I don't know how much damage I'm taking. So let's Armaments to upgrade Disarm, and then Disarm on this guy, and then Defend Plus. Yep, taking some damage. Wow, still no Juggernaut. 2 copies in the last 8. I guess we're just developing everything that doesn't kill us. Okay, we finally got to turn off from the attacks. We can't know if they are attacking or not, so we're going to play 1 Juggernaut and then Shrug it off Defend. Nice, just about blocked perfectly. So we have Feel No Pain, so Warcry does block now. We probably want to Shrug it off and then Warcry. And Warcry can save something from being True Gritted, so that's nice. So let's Shrug it off first, and then Warcry. And we're going to want to play Juggernaut, so let's put one of the Defends back so that we can Juggernaut True Grit. Okay, let's Shrug it off first. Let's see what's up. Haha, Burning Pact can kill Berserk. Take that, Berserk. And then I think just Defend Cleave. I like how the way that Carnage ended up being most effective with the deck is you just leave it in your hand and then it exhausts itself so that you can Feel No Pain Juggernaut people. Let's Burning Pact Cleave. We don't really need that in the deck right now. And then Triple Defend. Whirlwind does 20, so that's almost lethal. Let's see if we Shrug it off and it hits him. We can Whirlwind. So Whirlwind does 15 now. We're actually not guaranteed that she's not attacking for more than 10 because she has 8 strength. So let's Shrug it off. And then Defend Plus? Okay, so now he's super low, so I think I will now Whirlwind, just to finish him off. And Horn, of course, yes, thank you, but the Horn. And then let's True Grit, because it, well, I don't think she's attacking for more than 22, so let's just Defend. Oh wait, I don't care. He's dead. Okay. None of these cards say block. I don't do any strength scaling. Anger puts a bunch of garbage in your deck, so I don't want any of those. We do need to rest again to survive this fight. But we get Juggernaut Feel No Pain on turn 1, which is pretty nice. Actually, let's just double Juggernaut. He never attacks on turn 1. He summons 2 dudes, so let's get both Juggernauts up. Let's see. I need to look up his sequence too. Bronze Atomic. What do you got for me? Okay, so he has a 100% predictable thing. So he is doing 8 times 2 damage right now. And then what are the orbs doing? I don't think they have... Yeah, they're not super predictable. They have chances. But they do max 16 damage. So the most damage I could be taking right now is 32, which is quite a bit. Okay, so let's shrug it off first, see what's up. And then I think we're gonna defend and then just like cleave whirlwind. Oh, we definitely were supposed to deck spot this turn. Sorry, let's restart the fight so we can deck spot. There's no way we're not deck spotting. So, okay, double Juggernaut. And then deck spot. And I'll drink the Thorn Spot too, because why not? We're going to save the Warcry for when we have Feel No Pain up. Cleave does the most damage, followed by Whirlwind. Oh no, he took my Berserk! What will I do? I kind of do want Burning Hands back, but... Okay, so probably landing armaments on True Grit here, so that we can get rid of the Strike. But let's shrug it off first and see what we got in hand. Yeah, I think we're armaments on True Grit, and then True Gritting our way a Strike. And then headbutting and getting back Feel No Pain. Alright, that was his strength up turn. So now he's flailing again. So he's going to do 8 times 2. So that's 12 times 2. But I don't have any decisions to make this turn. We're always metallicizing, Feel No Paining, and defending twice. So we're probably taking a little bit of damage. Oh, nope. He did not. We could Carnage to finish off this guy, and then Burning Pact to remove the stupid Berserk from my life. Which seems good. I think we probably want to save Disarm. Let's see, do we have anything that removes artifact charges? We do. We have like Bash and stuff. So like, theoretically, we'll end up bashing him at some point. So I'll just save Disarm for whenever that's happening. Let's see, he flailed last turn, so he's boosting again, and the next turn is Hyper Beam. So we should just hit him for as hard as we can. And I guess we might as well use Bash right now, because it hits him for 8. Otherwise, we could hit him for 10, 20. I guess that 8 is quite a bit less than 20. 20 also upgrades a card. Okay, fine. Alright, so now he's Hyper Beaming. Hyper Beam is 50 damage, plus 8, so 58. Should be able to block most of it, because that's kind of what this deck does. Alright, so we're taking 14. Yep. Alright, let's Warcry and try and find something good to True Grit. Let's put the Strike back. It looks like we don't have much to do this turn, so we're going to Bash. And then I guess we'll Carnage. It does more damage than True Grit, so why not? This is... So he repeats... so he's stunned this turn. So yeah, Carnage does the most damage. Oh wait, that wasn't his stun turn. What? Oh, he used boost. He uses boost instead because we're on Ascension 19 higher. Okay. So now he's back to 2. So he's flailing. So 2 times 8. So it's 2 times 20. So let's go ahead and upgrade our Shrug It Off, and then Shrug It Off. And then double defend and block out very nicely. How did I get thorns? Did something get generated or something? Oh, the potion, that's right. Thank you. Let's trigger it off first and see what's happening. I think he's buffing again. So we're back to turn 3, so he's boosting. And I guess we're headbutting. And getting back, let's see, he's flailing next turn, so let's take back the upgraded. Alright, shrug it off. And then we block for the most when we do defend and defend. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, we could have actually carnaged him to death this turn. Oops. If we Burning Pact and exhaust armaments, we actually get there. Because Carnage exhausts too. And so both of those will do 10 damage. Okay, third copy of Juggernaut seems good. I mean, there's no like limit to how many Juggernauts are good in this deck, so I think I'll take a third one for sure. Curse Key, we don't really need energy that badly. If we take Astrolabe, we can get rid of what's that card? Berserk, and Whirlwind. Let's see, what else would we get rid of? Maybe Cleave? Yeah, I think it's time for Cleave to go. Oh no, Cleave's still better than a Strike Plus, so I would get rid of a Whirlwind, a Berserk, and a Strike. That seems good enough to do. Okay. Yeah, I don't really need more energy, and I have to go to the next chest because I need the key. And this is suicide, especially with Runic Dome. So we're going to Astrolabe. Strike and Whirlwind and Berserk. What did we get? Bunch of useless attacks, Immolate and Sword Boomerang, and then Flame Barrier is pretty good. Pretty happy with that. It's definitely better than they were before I transformed them, so. Alright, Awakened One. I mean, we're going to fight 2/3 of the Act 3 bosses anyway, so it doesn't really matter which one we see. We don't have much gold, so we're trying to avoid early stores like these two. Probably want to go through this Elite Fire thing. You could also do a Fire before this Elite. And then we can get 2 Elites going here. This seems like a pretty good route. A couple question marks early. Sure. Alright, so Shapes. Exploders attack on turn 1, but they only attack for like 7 or something. And he's probably upgrading his Thorns. I guess I'll Warcry first to find something for armaments to upgrade. Yeah, Shrug It Off is great to upgrade. I'll put the block back on top. Oh wait, whatever I put back on top, Shrug It Off is gonna draw, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Okay. Armaments, upgrades, Shrug It Off, and Shrug It Off. Oh, he was attacking. Surprise Spiker attack. Okay, so we can Shrug It Off Immolate to kill you and do a bunch of damage to the Spiker. Or we could just Carnage on the front Exploder. I kind of like Shrug It Off Immolate. It's good to get damage in on the Spiker before. I mean, this deck has no problem killing the Spiker, so I guess I don't really care. Yeah. There's really just no downside to Immolating there, though. Other than, obviously, the burn in the deck. Let's see, let's Burning Pact and go find the other Juggernaut. Oh wait, I could just defend and Carnage and end the fight right now. That seems good. Shapes. Do we take a Battle Trance? It's not great with, what's that card called? Warcry or Burning Hands, Burning Pact. It might be too much card draw. But currently we don't really have enough card draw. It's also not good with Shrug It Off, and we do have 2 copies of Shrug It Off. I think probably the deck is too full for Battle Trance. Yeah, this is the 3rd copy of Fire Breathing we've seen in the run, I believe. Oh wait, no, I guess the other 2 were in the previous run. So I think none of these are good enough. So we'll skip it. And keep going. Alright, Tesseract. I'll take a look at 2, sure, why not? Purify has some pretty good synergy with, what's it called? Feeling the pain. Finesse is obviously amazing. So we're definitely going to play Finesse. We can't play Panic Button, that would kill us. And I think we're passing on this pick. I don't think we want to Purify it. I don't think we want to exhaust things so badly that we need Purity Plus. Although, I mean, you know, you do have to fight the Heart, and the Heart does put stuff in your deck, so we might need a little bit more than this 1 True Grit eventually. But I think these cards are all too dead. Okay, we're dodging this store by going this way, I believe, is the plan. Yeah. So this question mark is next. Alright, we can take 9,999 gold, or I guess 1,000 gold, and then go to this shop, because we have Omamori. Omamori finally paid off. Oh, I totally forgot about the key, but yeah, here's the Mega Elite. Yeah, so Omamori coming in big here. Let's get a bunch of money, and we have Courier, so this is going to be kind of nuts. Normally, I love doing the Act 1 boss, but no, sir, not this time. All right, well that was kind of insane. Captain's Wheel is good against the Heart. The Heart does nothing basically for the first 2 turns and then hits you for a bunch, so Captain's Wheel does some good stuff. Sling of Courage. Oh wait, we don't do any strength scaling. We probably want to do Matryoshka. Actually, let's just buy Captain's Wheel and see what comes up next. Alright, Shovel is not great. We probably want to do a card remove for like a strike or something. Yeah, I think strike is the worst card currently. Okay, so let's do that. We've got 1,000,000 gold, so let's just make the decisions quickly and move on. We could Dark Embrace. If we buy Dark Embrace, another power will come up here, so we could get corruption that way. We don't necessarily need corruption in this deck. We mostly just need like a source of dexterity. So Matryoshka gives us the most relics per dollar because we need to go to this chest eventually. And Shovel and Sling of Courage are both useless. This one's cheap, so let's buy it. That's a really good card, so let's take that. This heals us somewhat, and it's more expensive than Sling of Courage, though, so I'm kind of spending $60 on some probably not necessary health. Let's see, when's the next rest site? We're going to one pretty soon. So we could finally actually get an upgrade if we buy this feather, so let's do that. We don't want Juzu Bracelet, so now all of the relics are bad. So we could think about buying like a skill potion. T-Gen, then we don't need to rest? What's T-Gen? Is it the one I just bought? The Eternal Feather? T-Gen, then we don't need to rest. I don't know what you mean. Is there a regen pot? I don't know. I don't see it. We could take Flame Breath Plus. Flame Breath Plus is quite good, especially against the Heart. And it's on sale, so I guess we'll buy it. Ooh, impervious is good. It says exhaust and it blocks for a bunch. We don't have like a great deck for impervious because we don't know when people are attacking. But you know, in general, you kind of know when you need block. Let's see. I think we want the skill pot though. And we can't buy skill pot and impervious. Oh, I guess we can. Alright, I'll take impervious, sure. Okay, and now I'll take the skill pot. And we're done. Great, we spent $1 million. Alright, this fight's super scary because they can be attacking you for like 30 on turn 1, and there's no way to know. So let's shrug it off and try and find Juggernaut. Oh man, I hate this fight with Runic Dome. This is the worst. This is very stressful. We can Carnage. Oh boy. I guess let's feel no pain and look for the Juggernaut more. Okay, Flame Barrier is good. So that way if they are attacking, we get some damage return. Please don't hurt me. See, and now they're all blocking. Ah, God. They're only taking 7 damage. It's such a waste. I think we're going to Juggernaut Metallicized True Grit. That does get rid of probably Disarm, but it has a 50% chance of hitting Sunder's Bane, which is fine. Look at that. And now they're probably attacking for 30. Yep, like you do. Okay, we're blocking for a bunch with the wheel. We're gonna Juggernaut Finesse, obviously. I wish you were an Armaments Plus, that would be cool. We did not play Feel No Pain, so we don't get block out of Warcry. But we can play Double Defend. We don't really need to play Double Defend, so I'm going to play Armaments on Cleave, and then 1 Defend. Alright, Immolate Impervious. Impervious I think blocks for enough, and Immolate doesn't quite kill anybody, which is kind of where you want to be at for this fight. Oops, we killed 1. Okay, that's fine. We're blocking out already, so both Strike and Defend will do 10 damage. And I guess I would rather target it than not target it, so... I forgot that we have a 3rd copy of Juggernaut in this deck. This is kind of silly. I guess we're going to Juggernaut Flame Barrier. Oh no! What is this regrowing? Okay. Let's shrug it off. And then Cleave to finish him off. And then Defend to finish the other one off. Okay. We could use a Body Slam. That's like a... Like, if we have Impervious and stuff, maybe we have enough block to run a Body Slam. If it was Body Slam Plus, I would take it. I think with unupgraded, I have higher priority upgrades, and this is already like a 30-card deck, so I'm not going to add it. But it is a good card. And obviously these, like, don't work with Juggernaut, so why would I pick them? I have 3 copies of Juggernaut. We're feeling pretty strong, so I think we're going to smith up either a copy of Juggernaut or True Grit, so that we can finally control it. I think probably a copy of Juggernaut's the best thing to do. Yeah. Alright. Armaments was also an option this turn. Alright, so this fight's very kind of predictable. Let me look it up really quick. Act 3, Reptromancer. Okay, so she has 3 moves. She can either summon daggers, or she can snake strike, or she can big bite. And she always summons on turn 1. So she's definitely summoning right now, and the daggers are hitting me for whatever it is, 9 or something. So we're going to Flame Barrier, Metallicize, Sword Boomerang, because that does the most damage and stuff. Alright, we're definitely going to Immolate this turn, because Immolate is crazy good right now. So we're probably going to Juggernaut, Immolate, Finesse. I guess let's Juggernaut Finesse first, and see what we draw. Oh, we should have Immolated first, because then the Juggernaut trigger would hit the Repromancer. Whatever. Oh my god, we got 4 energy back. I totally forgot about Grumman Horn, like I always do. Okay, and then we're going to Disarm on her, because that's super good. And then Defend. Alright, seems like we're in pretty good shape. Let's do that, and this, and this. Okay, let's Feel No Pain, and then Shrug It Off. And I guess Shrug It Off again. Oh, I was gonna Warcry. I guess I still will. So I have to exhaust a card, do Burning Pact. I guess maybe I'll just Shrug It Off instead of Burning Pacting this turn. I'll just prep Impervious for when I need it more. And play Shrug It Off. And I guess I'll defend because I don't know how much she's attacking for. Alright, Immolate and True Grit for lethal. Alright, Bottled Flame. I don't know if I really want an attack in my opening hand. Ooh, Offering is crazy good. And there's a True Grit plus. Is there any downside to having Havoc in the deck? It does exhaust things like Flame Barrier that are pretty good against the Heart. Yeah, I don't think I want Havoc. Offering is crazy good. So I think we're probably picking Offering. Okay, do we want Bottled Flame? The options are Strike, Strike, Headbutt, Cleave, Bash, Carnage, Sword Boomerang, or Immolate. Immolate's pretty good. Is Immolate Plus so good that I actually want to play it on turn 1? I think it honestly is. Like, it just does... It does damage against, like, the Act 4 elites, and, like... it wins hallway fights randomly. Yeah, okay, alright. It's not what the deck is doing, but it's a good combo. I think we get another upgrade here. We could take a Strength, but no, that's silly. I think we're doing another Juggernaut. We could, yeah, Armaments or True Grit, but like Armaments only hits these cards now, so like, given that it's a 30 card deck and I only have 10 cards I could upgrade, the value of upgrading Armaments is not super high anymore. I think Juggernauts and just scale a little bit harder. But I think if I do another one, it's going to be the True Grit. Alright, so Oddly Smoothstone is great. I'm glad that it's paired up with not the Sapphire Key. Alright, so now we have to go to fight the Mega Elite. Oh, I probably should have recalled there. I didn't really need that. Thing that I got. Here's one of the fights that Immolate Plus is really good in. And I will Flame Barrier to both do a little bit of damage and protect myself from the attacks that are coming in. I managed to draw the only unupgraded Juggernaut. So let's see. Is it like Juggernaut Flame Barrier? I'm already blocking for 3. I think maybe I'd use Skill Pot if I'm doing that Let's see. What's the jawworm pattern? Are they different when they're in Act 3 too? Because they like... Yeah, because they didn't all chomp on turn 1, so they must be different when they come in the triple jawworm fight. Huh, it just says that they're in hard mode. Oh, I see. So if they're not in hard mode, they always start with chomp, and then otherwise, so if they're in hard mode, then they start out with a bellow before you even get into the fight, and then they do whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and Juggernaut and Flame Barrier and Skill Potion here. That is not the kinds of skills I was expecting. I guess I'll take Burning Pact and get rid of a Strike. Great, just cycled past my cool powers. Okay, so I could Carnage to kill one. I can Finesse to hopefully draw a Juggernaut. Let's see. I could Burning Pact to try and draw a Juggernaut. But now Juggernaut's like not even very good because I don't have any block cards in hand. And I don't get any block at the end of the turn. So let's just try and kill one. And then we could potentially Sword Boomerang bash one too. That's true, Gremlin Horn. Okay, alright. Let's draw a card with that. Okay, useless. Obviously. Bash and Strike does 15 plus 9, which is 24 damage, which is enough to kill either of them. So I guess I will kill this front one, and then draw a card, and then kill the back one. Okay, we killed people with attacks. I don't know what kind of deck this is anymore, but apparently we can kill Jawworms with attacks. I don't think we're taking any of these. Burning Pact is good, but I don't want 2 of them. The amount of card draw feels pretty reasonable now. Great, this is a really fun fight to be in a Runic Dome for. I have just no idea what's happening. And we could get cursed. So I guess let's Finesse to draw a card, and Shrug It Off to draw a card, and none of those cards are Juggernaut, so we're sad. And then we'll Metallicize, and we could Immolate. Let's see, what's the most he can attack for? This is the most wiki-heavy run ever. Just have to look up everything. Writhing Mass. What is your maximum damage? He can be hitting for 38 or 9 times 3 are the big ones. And he doesn't have any strength right now, so if he's hitting for 38, that's quite a bit of damage. 9 times 3, also quite a bit of damage, so I guess I will respect it and Flame Barrier. Oh, he hit me for 9. Alright, there's a Juggernaut, so let's play that. And then I guess I will Cleave and True Grit. Okay, so now we're already blocking for 21, so we're not super concerned about his attack. We just want to do some damage. Let's Armaments up the Disarm, and then Disarm. So that his 9 times 3 is a little bit less scary in future turns. And then, I guess, Shrug It Off first, and then, ooh, I can Offering. I do want to end the fight, like, as quickly as possible, basically, because he's going to curse me if I'm here for too long. So let's go ahead and Offering. And then play... Can I play 3 defends? I cannot play 3 defends. I can play 2 defends. And like a Burning Pact. I don't have Feel No Pain, so Burning Pact is not super good. Burning Pact does draw Feel No Pain most of the time. Yeah, let's Burning Pact away the Headbutt and draw Feel No Pain and a Juggernaut. I guess I'll play the Juggernaut because that does more damage. Alright, still no curse. We've curse dodged so far. Develop a little bit more damage, and then I think Defend is the play. Still no curse. Let's draw with Shrug It Off. Yeah, I mean, I've fought all of these fights before, but it's just, like, just not having the number there means you have to either know what the number is or look it up. So, I've been looking it up a lot. These are the ones that we block, so let's do those ones. And we got him. Great. We escaped with no curse. Iron Wave says block on it. Havoc we talked about in the past. I think neither of these is good enough. Alright, we're doing the Mega Elite. Wow, so much gold this run. Obscene amounts of gold. Alright, and let's look up this enemy too. I feel like I have a pretty good idea, but I'm just gonna put it on paper in front of me. Oh, he has a 50% chance of debuffing or attacking on turn 1, so you actually don't know. I thought he had a cycle, but I guess he doesn't. He has a cycle where he goes intangible. Okay, so he could be attacking for 7 times 3, or debuffing. We can't really block for 7 times 3, but we can go try and find a Juggernaut. We're not playing this strike for sure. I could shrug it off and just go draw that strike again, which I will, so it gets me closer to a Juggernaut in the future. And then I'll Flame Barrier and True Grit, because I don't really need any of these cards. Defend was the best one, so it's natural that that one got chosen. True Grit's got a lot of work to do in this fight. Let's bring back away the Cleave. And then develop Metallicize. So he's probably attacking. I'm probably taking a little bit of damage, but it's not a huge deal. Wow, that was a ton of damage. What the fuck? That was his 45 damage turn, which I was completely not ready for. Totally screwed that up. So we're playing the Juggernaut plus, let's see. So can he do the Juggernaut twice in a row? The Scythe twice in a row? Probably not. He cannot use debuff or Scythe twice in a row. And he can't attack 3 times in a row. So he's attacked once in a row. And so he's not going to do the Scythe again. The most damage he could do now is 21, which I'm already blocking for. So I will just develop both Juggernauts. What a jerk. Okay, so he's attacked twice now, but he could be going back to his Scythe now for 45. So let's go ahead and disarm him and then become impervious and defend. Ah, he did Scythe. Gotcha. Okay, let's finesse and see what we got. This is the turn when he can take damage, so we could immolate him. I don't really want to add my own statuses to my pile, because he is adding statuses to my pile. But I suppose that's just how it is. So let's offering first and see what's in hand. Okay. So he has now attacked 3 times in a row, so this is guaranteed to be a debuff turn. So we don't really have to block, although we do damage by blocking, so whatever. We do 19 damage when we block, which is more than the 16 from that. So the most efficient source of damage in my hand is this defend, but then I have a bunch of mana and not too many things to do with it. So I think I'm going to headbutt to put back the finesse, so that's now on top, and then play both of the block cards. And then the most efficient damage now is, let's see, that's 26 versus 29. I will do 26 instead of 29 to avoid having a burn in the deck. I thought he couldn't attack. I guess I was wrong. Let's go ahead and finesse. We're probably going to armaments on the Shrug-It-Off, although now there are 2 Shrug-It-Offs. And then play the Shrug-It-Offs. And I guess I'll play the Strike for no reason. Alright, there was his debuff, so now he's going to be back to attacking. Let's... I have both of my exhaust cards with no burns to use them on. That is lethal, so we got him. Alright, we got a mango, that's nice. And the emerald key. Probably should have used that speed pod at some point during the fight, but I didn't know when I was supposed to use it, so I didn't use it. The same thing is going to apply to this block pot. It's very difficult to use a block potion in this run. I think we actually don't need power potions that much. We could try and get corruption from it, which I think is why I bought it. I think I'm going to pick block potion. Speed potion is cool, but the real reason that we can't block with this deck is if we don't draw any of our block cards. If we draw block cards, we're going to be able to block out, so we don't really need the speed pot. We just need block pot for emergencies. Have we taken a copy of Dark Embrace? I think we haven't. Yeah, and I think I'm going to continue to not take it. The deck is too full to incorporate Dark Embrace Corruption at this point. And Warcry is kind of getting in the way as it is, so I'm not going to take a second copy. Okay, we've got this fight. Immolate, putting in some work. Immolate will not give any mana return, and it will make me take 14 damage. But Immolate Strike does do energy return, and so does Headbutt. So I think we're going to do it. I'm going to use the block pot first, because it's guaranteed to be 100% efficient right now. Okay. And then Strike is free, as is Headbutt. If I Headbutt, though, I have to put a Strike back in the deck. But I guess I'll do it. Oh, right, I draw it. And then I'll defend in case one of them is attacking. Or I guess I'll Flame Barrier in case one's attacking. Aha! They're both attacking. Great. Okay. Let's Juggernaut, defend, and find another defend card. Yeah, we found another defend. Okay. So Juggernaut, and I'll do double defend. I don't know how much they can attack for, but I think it's like 8 or something, so blocking for 12 wouldn't be enough if they're both attacking. Okay. Finesse Impervious is lethal. Nope. None of these are going in the deck. We have to recall here, but we have Eternal Feather, which actually did quite a bit of work. Worth calling out that Eternal Feather, we do have 30 cards in the deck, so it is healing us for 18 every time we go to a rest site, which is quite a bit. We'll recall so we can go to Act 4, and then we'll fight 2 bosses without being able to see what they're doing. Oh boy. Okay, let's look up how the bosses work. Alright, he always begins with Slash. So he's going to do 20 damage. And then the cultists are obviously applying themselves a cultist buff. So let's go ahead and immolate. Or we're going to immolate this turn, but let's also, let's see, he's attacking for 20, so we will shrug it off probably twice. Oh, we found Juggernaut, but that's the unupgraded one, so we'll avoid that one for the moment. Feel No Pain, we probably don't want to play until he is in his next mode. Let's Finesse first, and then Warcry. Looking for... a Juggernaut. We didn't find one. Wow. Juggernauts are all on the bottom. We can disarm on him. We could also headbutt the Juggernaut that we passed on. Yeah, so we're definitely going to disarm. And then I think Flame Barrier. And then I guess I'll headbutt and put back the Flame Barrier. Alright, I think it's finally time to Juggernaut. So I guess I'll strike first and proc the horn. And then Juggernaut, let's see, he just triple attacked. He can't Soul Strike twice in a row. Or no, he can. Wait, this is really confusing. They put all of his attacks together, even though some of his attacks he can only do in the second phase. Slash cannot be used 3 times in a row, and Soul Strike cannot be used twice in a row. So he Soul Striked last turn, so he's going to Slash now. So he's hitting for 20. Defend does more damage than Immolate. Well, that's only true if Immolate has only got one target, though, right? Okay, I totally lost track of what I was doing because I went to look at the wiki. I think I'm gonna... I could Carnage him to get the energy return, and then like armaments to upgrade True Grit. Let's see. Yeah, that saves Carnage, which seems pretty useful in the fight. And I don't like necessarily want to play all the Juggernauts in the first phase, so might as well. Probably don't want to play Metallicize in the first phase either. So we're taking 10 damage here. Okay. I guess we'll just Flame Barrier. Let's see, do we want Offering? I think probably we do. Alright, and then Finesse, draw a card, do some damage. Yeah, I think let's just get rid of attacks. So he can be doing his multi-attack this turn, so we'll get the fire damage return up. Wow, my hand is full of powers. Okay, so I guess I will develop another Juggernaut and Impervious this turn. Alright, Armaments upgrades Headbutt, or Juggernaut. Actually, I'll take an upgrade on that Juggernaut, please. Thank you. And let's see, he did a triple attack last turn, so if I Juggernaut, he gets 2 extra strength, goes up to 6 strength, and then hits me for 26. And I'm only blocking for 15, so maybe I will just Headbutt and double block here. I'm not in any big rush. We'll get him. Yeah, Flame Barrier, double defend, does a bunch of damage, blocks out, so seems good. Yep, just blocking and killing. Ooh, hey, True Grit gets to get a burn here. Good job, True Grit. I would like to avoid playing these powers, but it doesn't look like I can currently. Um, let's see, he just did a triple attack, so he's attacking for 24 currently. He would attack for 26 if I play a power. I can just play Armaments Defend to block for 15, and then he will hit for 9, or I can Metallicize and he would hit for 7. Yeah, well, that seems good. Yep, 6, 7. All these cards are attacks. That's awkward. So I'll defend, and then do as much damage as I can. I'll take the Flame Barrier back. It's pretty good against him. Alright, took a little bit of damage, but it looks like phase 1 is over. Huh, you get a Gremlin Horn from him. I will Burning Pact away the Bash, because it's bad. I don't need it. I will Headbutt. Oh wait, I can't, because I can't target it. Alright, in his second form, what does he do? He either does Dark Echo, Sludge, or Tackle. So he's either doing 10 times 3, 40, or 18. And is there a pattern to it? He always starts with Dark Echo, so he's doing 40 off the bat, so we're taking 46 right now. Doesn't look like there's any reason not to develop Juggernaut, so let's do that. And then block for as much as we can. And let's get rid of this cleave. Probably took more damage than I needed to in this fight. Doesn't feel like I played it all correctly. And we can't see what's happening, so we'll just play the stuff that seems correct. Darn, man. Huh. It's hard to blame that on Runic Dome. I don't feel like I ever took a huge amount of damage without knowing it. I guess I did take 45 from Nemesis, and I wasn't completely expecting it, so I would have gone into this fight with more health. But yeah, pretty reasonable to. I think that's about as far as I've ever gotten with Runic Dome, so on Ascension 20 at least. Okay, well, thanks everybody for sticking around. Sorry about the OBS problems. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming. I'll post a link to the Discord in the chat.